I think I'm gonna be overpacking. Like, guys, this is not even all of that. Is this all gonna fit in this bag? Oh my god, okay. So if you guys could see here, I have a lot of mess. I have bags everywhere. I have 2 bags, and it is because it is my retreat tomorrow, and unfortunately I can't vlog it because you're not allowed to bring your cell phone inside of the retreat house. So why not do a pack with me, or get ready to go to the retreat by packing with me? I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I'm on the floor. Don't mind, you know, like what I'm wearing, if I'm wearing slippers or what, because to be honest with you, I'm just packing. It's not a special day or anything for me to vlog. So yeah, if you guys could see here, these are all clothes and the stuff that I'm gonna be bringing tomorrow, and I have more stuff at the back there. It's charging. All of my equipment are charging. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna be bringing. I'm gonna be having 2 bags because you can't bring a luggage because they discourage that, which I highly understand. So I'm gonna be using this Coca-Cola bag that I just found in my closet after a few years ago, and it's actually a big duffel, kind of like a big duffel bag. This is where I'm gonna be putting all of my clothes, and inside of here are like the non-clothes if they all fit. So yeah, we're just gonna have to find out to see if they all fit in here or what. But yeah, let's go ahead and get packing. I'm gonna show you guys like what the clothes I'm gonna be bringing and things like that, and one of the reasons why. So I'm in planning. So it's actually my first time going to a retreat house. Last year I didn't get to go because of personal reasons, but this time you are very required to go, and I'm really I'm a little bit interested and excited to find out like what really you do in a retreat, what is it like, and things like that. So yeah, there's no cell phone for 3 days. You don't have any technology for 3 days. You have to bring something. So the first thing that I already thought of is bringing a journaling book. This is like an old messed up book that I have for like years now, and I'm thinking about writing down all of the things that I learned or like what I've experienced throughout the whole day, and also possibly might even share you guys what happened. So yeah, I'm excited. So let's go ahead and start packing. So all my clothes are down here. So let's go ahead and separate the ones that I will be using for sleeping and things like that. So the first thing that I'm gonna be bringing is these khaki pants. So yeah, these are khaki pants. We're gonna have to fold them like extra now because you never know. Hopefully we have enough space in this bag. I'm kind of nervous. Next up I have green pants. I'm gonna be bringing this. This is from Australia. Okay, so these are all of my clothes that I'll be using for the outside. Does that even make any sense? Like the outside that are not sleeping clothes. So the first thing that I have here is this Billie Eilish shirt. We'll be wearing this, you know, whenever I go out and things like that. The next up I have here is this New York shirt. I actually wore this in my Boracay Boracay trip, and I actually really liked it, so I'm gonna go ahead and you know. Also, please don't get triggered if I'm doing this on the floor. It's more easier for me to do it on the floor rather than, you know, be in my bed or things like that. It's more easier for me to vlog. The next thing I'll be bringing is this Keith orange shirt, and the last thing that I will be bringing is my Maris batch shirt, which is right here. I got this from grade 11, and we wore this a lot. We really wore this a lot, and I really like it. Also, after the retreats, like once we go back from school, I'll be staying there for like an hour because I have a project to do with my school that I won't tell right now, but you guys will find out soon, like what I did and things like that. So now all of my underwear and socks are just gonna be in this inner pocket hole. I'm not gonna show them because I don't want to show them. Okay, so everything's kind of fitting in. I'm really nervous because we have more clothes to go. I'm just thinking about bringing this black jogging pants instead of this one because I don't think it will, you know, fit anymore. So let's just see, you know. Okay, next I'm gonna bring is this Hawkins shirt. I actually really like this shirt. Okay, I think we can only fit like one more shirt in here, so I think I'm gonna have to get rid of this Nirvana shirt and replace it with this Taylor Swift one because I never have worn this one. Okay. So here's the problem. I still have my jacket, but maybe I have a purple jacket, but I'm just gonna be wearing this whenever we're on the way to the outreach or to the retreat because I'm planning on wearing that before we go. So yeah. So here's everything. I kind of managed to fit everything in here. There's a lot of things that I need to put in here, so maybe we can find a way to put it, you know? So the inside is now okay. We're gonna go ahead and try to, I don't know where to put this in. Maybe I could put it inside of my tote bag. So that's finished. Now we're gonna go on to the tote bag, and this is actually a very big amount of space right here. So I managed to fit everything in here. So let's go ahead and start first with this towel. So this towel is a little bit smaller. Did I overpack? I'm thinking about, like, I don't know if I overpacked this retreat. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I honestly don't know. I think I overpacked. This video has to be titled like "Overpack with me to go to retreat." Yeah, that's not clickbait at all. These are all of my skincare stuff. These are not all of it, but some of this I use for travel, so we're gonna put them over here. These are all of my things for like hygiene kits, so we're gonna put that one right there. Actually, I'm thinking about putting this perfume inside if it fits in here. So that, no, it's too big. Okay, so we'll just put it over here. Okay, so this has a lot of space in it, so there's definitely some space that there will be left for me. So yeah, then my wallet, gonna be bringing it. Then these are my toothbrush tips because I have braces on. If you guys, you know, haven't seen it yet, but yeah, I have braces on. Then these are all of my toiletries. Just 3 of them. I separated them so that I know which one's which to use for. Now these 2 are my cream for daytime and this one is for nighttime, so I'm gonna be bringing that one as well. And okay, so let's put the perfume in here. Let's put the wipes in here. Okay. I'll be bringing Baroka because there's a thing, there's no coffee and I drink coffee every single day to school and there's no coffee in there. Maybe there will, maybe there weren't, but I'm gonna be bringing this just in case. You never know. Also, I'm gonna be bringing this small jug just in case if they don't have like a cup or anything. Maybe they will, I just don't really know. Yeah, we're just gonna find out. And we're gonna be bringing my small tripod. This is like very convenient if you have small bags, but maybe I'll just put them in front of here because there's actually a little small pocket in front of here. Also, this is from Sculpt Studio. This is from my cousin, so yeah, it's great. And I'm gonna put a pen in here so that I could journal and my journaling book inside of here. Okay, so I managed to fit everything inside of here. You guys can see it's very heavy, but it is what it is. So the last thing that I want to put in is these slippers. I don't really know if we need slippers though, but you never really know. So I might ask my friends if they're gonna bring slippers. If not, I'm thinking about not. So maybe I'll just disregard the slippers. I may regret that decision too. Because I'm thinking about just wearing socks inside of the room, and when I go out, I'll just wear my shoes. I'm gonna be wearing like long leggings, like long. And also, these are all my tech stuff, so yeah, I have like a lot of batteries in here. I know that phones are not allowed, but you never know. Maybe after I open my phone again, it's gonna be low battery, and I have to do a project after I go home to school. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna be bringing that, and I still have my mini fan and my small ring light charging in the background. So I'm gonna have to hurry those charges up and, you know, go ahead and put them in the bag right here. But to be honest with you, I think I kind of packed very well. These 2 bags, they're very heavy, but it is what it is again. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to manage everything and fix, like, you know, what to put in here and things like that, because to be honest with you, it's kind of pretty messy over here. So yeah, I told you I should have brought a luggage. So yeah, that's all really. So yeah, okay. I'll show you guys what I'm wearing before I end this part of the vlog. Hey everyone, it's Wham. So I came home from the retreat just actually earlier today, earlier this morning. I couldn't really make a video of me like story timing myself in the afternoon or things like that. Is that because after I came home from the retreat, I had to go home from school and had a meeting, so there was a lot of things that happened. But since it is now 9 p.m, it's currently September 13. It's a Friday, so the retreat started at September 11, and we didn't have phones for the past 3 days. So what happened was me and my friends just hanged out and talked, and we journaled all of the things that we wrote down on the day of the retreat. And I wanted to show you guys or share to you guys what we did in the retreat, and I wrote a lot. I'll show you guys today. So here's everything that I wrote. Here's everything that I wrote, and I want to talk to you guys about everything that happened. So some of these are very personal, and some of these that I can't talk about in the video. So we're just gonna go ahead and talk about the ones that were very interesting. So I had some notes on my phone before my phone got taken away. So here is my notes on my phone. So on my phone, I said here, went to the outreach. 2 hours later, went to the retreat house. So in the morning time at 7 a.m., we went immediately straight to our outreach, because our outreach and retreat are the same day. So after that, after the outreach, we went straight to the retreat house, and then we arrived. The view was absolutely beautiful, you guys. Like, it was honestly so beautiful that you could see the whole city, because we're kind of like on top of a mountain. And I didn't really take much photos inside, even though when I got my phone as well, because I didn't really want to take photos due to privacy. So we're just gonna be using Google Maps and Google on what, you know, the whole like design of the rooms are, because they're all in Google. I didn't really want to take photos because, again, of privacy, but since they're all on the internet, I'll just show you guys like what do they mean and things like that. Now when you're outside, it's like a really huge building, of like I can't really describe it. It's really huge, it's really big, it's like this big, it's really big outside. And when you come in, before you enter, there's like a sign that says Bukal ng Tipan, if I can remember. So when you go inside, there's the lobby that was actually used multiple times. I'll talk to you guys about that in the video. And then after that, we explored the whole retreat area. So we went inside, walked around in a circle, because there's like a whole path going in circles. And then we went straight to so we had an orientation on the retreat, and then they were just talking about like the rules and regulations and things that you need to know. And that's when our phones were taken. So we're now in here, the little book. So in here, I wrote here, there's also some pages that my what is it called, our learner or like, I don't know what's the word, like teacher, I guess, that gave us during the retreat. So there's a lot of things that we got, so I'll show you guys them in the video. So I wrote right here after in my notes, phones were taken, said a dramatic goodbye, but excited on what's going to happen. So yeah, after that, we ate lunch, but we were feeling crazy without a phone, but at least the food was good. And then I wrote here, everyone is losing their minds without a phone. So ever since our phones got taken and started eating lunch, we started to say like really random, obnoxious things within my group of the table. And we're like, why do I keep saying this? Like, people say that, oh my gosh, you're so crazy without a phone and things like that. Yeah, I know, also good time. So yeah, people were saying we're going crazy without a phone. It's just because it was just recently taken, so we had to adjust a little bit. So it says right here that rooms were assigned, and my roommates were some names. I don't really want to say their names, but there were 2 boys. So in our room, it's a second floor. So you go to the second floor, and then in the right side, or like, I don't know whether stairs you take, there's a really long hallway full of rooms, and you can be assigned with 2 to 3 people in one room. I was assigned with 2 people, so it was me and my 2 roommates, but some of them were assigned with 2 people, and the girls were separated from the boys. So girls were 2 or girls were 3. So that was pretty understandable to so there's a thing called siesta time in the afternoon when you go to a retreat, and siesta time means nap time, because you're gonna be waking up around 7 or 6:30 a.m. to go for breakfast, and then you move and do activities, and in the afternoon you take your siesta time, and that's when you go back to around 3:30 p.m. So I wrote right here, after we went into the room, we tried to sleep, but we couldn't sleep at all for some reason. I think because I had coffee at that time. So yeah, so this is when prayer and contemplation orientation happened, and had a snack break. Went back and started writing on places we feel so peace and quiet on, and what God wants us to do. So in our orientation, we were allowed to write what we needed to, like, what there was like a question in the projector, and saying like what God, you know, like what makes you God want to do, something like that. So the orientation, we're all about really religious and spiritual questions and PowerPoints, and it's honestly very relieving. So this is what I wrote. inside of the paper that was given to us. And then my secret place, I don't want to say my note out loud because there's like a lot of things that I wrote, but my secret place was the view earlier that I told you guys was in the parking lot. And can I be honest with you guys, the sun was shining. Vehicles or something like that. I keep hearing vehicles, construction workers. I could see like the pollution of the city in the mountain view. It was honestly so pretty, and writing down, I felt so peace. It was really hot, but I felt so peace, and like the sun was shining, and my god, you guys, it was honestly so beautiful. And my two friends were sitting behind before I walked to their places. They were sitting behind, and I really wanted to take a photo of them because it was so aesthetic, but we don't have a phone, so we didn't really take photos. And yeah, so that's what we did on our orientation. And while I was writing this down, I had some realizations in our retreat without a phone and being with yourself only, because the whole point of the retreat is to heal yourself, distract yourself from distractions like homework, classroom, school related, your family, your other friends, and just basically everything that's outside of life. You're basically distracting yourself from this whole thing. That's why I don't have a phone. And my realizations was that it was honestly very fun and chilling without a phone. Like, I don't have to think about anything and say things like, oh, I have to do, you know, this homework. Oh, I have to message this person. Oh, I have a meeting with this person. Like, I don't have to like panic or inside my brain and feel overwhelmed that I have to do something. And it's honestly very reliving how that happened. So when that happened, we came back and shared our secret places and what God wants us to do. I was grouped with some people. We were 6 members in one group. And then Nathan, my best friend, I'll say Nathan because he's been featured in the vlogs multiple times, and he's okay with me mentioning his name. So Nathan kept saying funny jokes that we started laughing out loud that the facilitators warned us during dinner time. Yes, we were laughing so hard like crazy maniacs that the facilitators told us to keep it down, but they were also happy how we were having too much fun. So around 7:30 p.m. we watched a religious movie, and it's called Silence or Silent. I think Andrew Garfield was the cast of the movie, and we ended at 10 p.m. and we went to bed. And after that, I felt so icky and sweaty because I haven't showered. No, I showered before, but since we did go to an outreach and before everything that happened, I had to shower before I go to bed. I had a lot of realizations of what I learned from the first day, and it was pretty nice to hear you know, everything from the first day. I was honestly very not really used to, because again, everything's new. So in the beginning, when our phones got taken and when activities started, I was like very impatient. I was like, oh my god, I just want to go home, I just want to get my phone, I just want to do this and that. But like ever since the whole day happened and like the next day also happened, my realizations was like, wow, I really needed this. So now we're off to day 2. So at September 12, 2024, I woke up at 5:30, and by our friends, our roommates, some of our like dorm mates went inside the rooms and woke us up. And I also got Baroka as I got prepared for no iced coffee because it's a retreat. They don't have iced coffee or anything. So I had cold water and Baroka, and it absolutely saved my life with that cold water. So I saw one of my friends and I went to talk to him in this Bahay Kubo. That's what we call it. And we talked about our retreat experience. So that was a very fun, memorable moment to talk to my friend in that Bahay Kubo. But we had to leave early because we were getting a lot of mosquito bites. So around 6:30, oh no. So my two friends went down to the lobby and I talked to them. But around 6:30, I changed and I woke up Nathan and his roommates. And while we were going downstairs, Nathan and his roommates, I told them and I talked to them how fun it is without a phone. And Nathan really agreed. That he totally agreed. How he said like he's just over dramatic about everything that happened without the phone. But now he's like, yeah, it's pretty fun without a phone, you know. So when that happened, we had breakfast, and then our first activity starts now, which is another orientation. So we played an icebreaker, and how I was laughing out loud. So this icebreaker was about describing the world behind your back. If it's like raining in this world, if it's like sunny in this world. I remember my best friend Tan was the one that was doing it in my back, and I was laughing because I'm a very ticklish person, if you know by me. And when he was like doing this at my back, I was like, ooh, stop. And then our activity, we had an activity, and it was about drawing your road map, and we had a group activity. We ate snacks and shared our stories. So our road map, we were drawing like how we progressed our life from school and what do we think about our future 10 years later. And then after that, we had lunch and had 1.5 hours of siesta, which was called afternoon rest. So I showered and I went immediately to bed. I remember my head was hurting so bad in here that I had to take meds. And then when that happened, another session happened where we wrote down things that make us difficult to move on. Then we had our snacks PM. So we had an activity where we wanted to write down like what are the things that make us so impossible to move on. Like whether it's like a few years ago, you can't accept it, you can't move on. So we wrote down a lot of things. So we had an activity where we opened up our stories. So some of my friends opened up about their struggles with their past life, their struggles with last year, their struggles with moving on with this one person, and things like that. But we're not gonna name drop them, and you know, because it's personal, I know. When our teacher had an activity where we were kind of like meditating. So they told us to close our eyes. Then when I closed my eyes, I totally remember this. I won't forget this because this was the one that I almost cried. Our teacher said, imagine you're in a dark room, close your eyes, just you in the dark room, and pretend that person that you want to forgive is in front of you. Look them into the eyes and tell them, what do you want to tell them? And then pretend that they're going away. It was honestly very heart-wrenching when that happened. And I was like, sir, I felt emotional what activity sir did about forgiveness, and it was honestly very crazy. So when that happened, we ate dinner, and then after that, something funny happened. So my two friends, my one friend got my other friend's food and dropped it into her pants, and we couldn't stop laughing at that time. And it was a silent retreat, so that was honestly very fun. Something incredible funny happened during a silent retreat. And after the dinner time, we went straight back to our session hall or room, and then we were continuing our roadmap and continuing like talking about like what we would see ourselves in 10 years. And then after that, we had a Taizé prayer, and then after that, we went to bed. And then the next day happened. I actually wrote them down on my notes here. So we had one last session with our teacher, and it was just all about a lot of things that happened today. I think it was just all about like ending and like what we learned throughout this whole retreat and outreach. And we were given like one word to describe like what we learned, and in my word I said forgiveness, and it was honestly very true. So when that happened, after our session hall, we had AM snacks, and we had a mass. And then after that, head teacher that leads the retreat was honestly very thankful that they enjoyed the retreat and things like that, gave us our phones back, went back to Maris, and then after that, boom, we're here in my home recording this video. So that's a story time. I'm actually allowed to tell a story time, but I didn't really want to take photos or anything because I didn't really I wanted privacy. But all the photos that you see or in the video right now are all from Google, and it's taken by multiple people. But during the retreat, my teacher gave us some song lyrics about like everything that is correlated to our to our activity and our journey map. This is my journey map. I'll show you guys. Yep, that's your journey map. It's very fun. We had more lyrics over here. Then we had a journey map that is here about 10 years later. What do you see 10 years later? If you could see, I didn't really need a journal, but I needed a journal to write on everything. So this was part of the retreat. So this is the first page, but this is the page that I used a lot. So this was from the secret place and what God wants me to do, and this was the one about forgiveness. It was a 2-page one. So yeah, that's what we learned from the retreat. If you guys were to ask me what my retreat experience was, I gotta give it an 8 out of 10. It was honestly very nice. I was really skeptical at first because again, I didn't really like taking my phone being away with me and like sleeping in a different room with friends without your family and things like that. But like when the retreat happened, like day 1 or like when the activities happened, that was the time I was like, I really like this so much. Like I could handle and do I could be without my phone without for the past 3 days with friends and family, and I'm like, wow, I really enjoyed what I learned during the retreat. It was very fun and things like that. Yeah, I honestly really enjoyed, and I hope to, you know, maybe do it again. But again, this is the last retreat I had. Last school year I didn't had a retreat. I didn't go because there was an option to not go, but this time you were allowed to go even though you said not to. So yeah, that's all really about my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys didn't miss me too much. Not really miss me too much. I'm gonna post this tomorrow. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my pack with me and my retreat story. If you guys did, let me know by giving the video a like and comment down below, and make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you guys miss any videos of me. I hope you all enjoyed, and yeah, that's all. There will be more vlogs coming soon and things like that. Alright guys, I'm gonna see you guys later in my next video. Bye.